Are you struggling with your wardrobe? Does your closet feel like overwhelmed? You have nothing to wear, yet your closet is actually packed with stuff. Now that we're getting to the end of the year, this is a great time to dive in, give your wardrobe a fresh start for the new year. And the biggest thing you can do is declutter it. So I'm going to go through 30 things that you can get out of your wardrobe today that will make your closet feel lighter, fresher, and filled with the things that you actually like to wear. So let's get into all 30 of them right now. The first one on my list is clothes that no longer fit. I know a lot of us hold on to clothes. Our weight is fluctuating. We might have skinnier clothes. We might have what we call our fat clothes. But you know what? If they don't fit you and you haven't worn them in a year, get them out of your closet. Number 2 on my list is unworn shoes. Now, I know I love shoes, and it seems very hard to part with them because you think, oh, I might wear them someday, or I wore them to this occasion. I used to wear these to work all the time. What if I need them? But you end up with a lot of clutter and a lot of square footage taken up by unworn shoes. And a lot of them are the shoes, and if this is you, let me know, because this has happened to me quite a few times. Shoes that look gorgeous, but you hate to wear because they are so uncomfortable. If you've got those shoes, get them out of your closet. If you have shoes that you haven't worn in 1 year, 2 years, even 5 years, get those out of your closet as well. Number 3 on my list is outdated trends. And it's hard because a lot of times we've spent quite a bit of money on these trendy items and we think, well, maybe it'll come back in style. I don't know. I spent a lot of money on this. But if they're out of date, you're not going to start pulling them out of your closet today or any time in the near future. So if they're out of date, say goodbye. Number 4 on my list is worn out basics. Now, you know how much I love talking about basics and how essential I think they are to your wardrobe. But the problem with a lot of basics is they get worn so much that they wear out. Tees get stained, they might get deodorant stains on the armpits, spilled food, even just worn out and ripped. Get those items out of your closet. Just go through and get rid of all of those basics that need to be replaced, and then write them on your list. So next time you go shopping, you know, oh, I need to replace my white tees. Writing that down. I need a new navy blazer. Write that down. Number 5 on my list is dresses from past events. And we all have them, from bridesmaids dresses to wedding guest dresses to christening dresses or work events. And dress styles do go in and out of style just like the rest of our wardrobe. Not to mention, a lot of them are just 1 or 2 time use. So if you have not worn them in a year, 2 years, say goodbye to them. You're not going to pull them out anymore. And when I'm talking about getting rid of them, donate them, repurpose them, sell them on some place like ThreadUp or Depop. There's lots of ways. In fact, I did create a whole video on where to send your clothes, what to do with clothes you want to get rid of. You can check that out right here. I'll link it and in the description. So let's move on to the next thing we're going to say goodbye to. Multiple black trousers. Now, this is one, I hoard black trousers. I don't know about you, but for whatever reason, I have black pants in every shape, silhouette, but I do have a lot that I don't wear anymore. So that's going to be one thing on my list to get rid of. Is I have a shelf full of black pants up there, and I'm going to get rid of the ones that I'm not going to anymore because they're either out of style or they don't fit me, and I just don't need that many. Number 7 on my list is unused handbags. Now this one is a lot like shoes. We just do not, as ladies, we do not want to part with our handbags. And handbags can be very expensive, but the styles do come and go. If you haven't grabbed that handbag in the last year, 2 years, even 3 years or more, it might be time to say goodbye to it. Number 8 on my list is jewelry you don't wear. Now, this is another easy way for clutter to build up, is because we don't like to part with our old jewelry. We have so much of it. It does tend to be very trendy, and it's an easy way to update your wardrobe is by adding a new piece of jewelry or, new earrings or whatever. So you end up with tons of it, and you're kind of sifting through clutter every time you go through your jewelry box because you have so much that you might not wear. So that's an area. Go through it because it'll make those standout pieces really shine when you've removed all of the old stuff that you no longer wear. Number 9 on my list, excess scarves. And I don't know about you, but I have some scarves that I had around for a while that they might have been too small, like a square scarf that just never knew what to do with it, didn't wear it, and it just ends up in the back of my drawer, taking up space. Those are something you can say goodbye to. Only keep the ones you really love that you're going to wear and say goodbye to the rest of them. The next on my list is old belts. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's those accessory items that can really add up in our wardrobe because we don't think about it. We just grab the ones that we're currently wearing and we kind of forget about the rest. Well, think about getting rid of all of the ones that might be cracked, worn out, you haven't don't fit, you haven't worn them in years, a year or more, say goodbye to those old belts. And again, belts are another thing. The thickness or thinness changes in the styles. Sometimes belts are in, sometimes they're out. So say goodbye to those ones you're not wearing. Number 11 on my list. I know we all have these single socks and worn out hosiery. I have a section of my drawer, my sock drawer, that is for my single socks. And it's been there for a while. So I am going to make a pact to you that I'm going to clean out those single socks because they've been there for a year and I haven't found its mate. So I'm just going to say goodbye to those. I hope you do as well. And get rid of any that are worn out, lost their elasticity, and that you just don't gravitate to anymore. Number 12 on my list is uncomfortable lingerie. Now, I think this is a big one because if the underwear does not fit you currently, or it's stretched out, the elastic stretches on a lot of bras and underwear, they don't fit properly, you can say goodbye to them and replace them with proper fitting undergarments. And be sure to get checked every year or so. They even say more often than that for bras that fit your body today. Number 13 on my list, formal wear that you don't rewear. Now, we all have formal wear from special events, galas, parties, and they usually are very expensive, but you wear them 1 or 2 times and they sit in the back of your closet. So see if you can sell those items, repurpose them, or donate them to someone who can use them. Number 14 on my list is tired swimwear. You know, swimwear does not last long. I used to deal with a lot of swimwear brands, and they actually know the length of time that swimwear will last because the elastic in it only lasts a certain amount of wears. Not to mention the water, the chlorine, and the sun can do a lot of damage to your suits. So any that are sagging or have the elastic showing or, saggy butt, say goodbye to all of those ill-fitting old suits. Number 15 on my list is duplicate items. Now this one is kind of tricky for me because I do like to buy multiples of something if I really like it. Like I have a few white button-down shirts that are exactly the same just because I love them. But if you're buying multiples every year, like let's say you decide, I love a navy blazer, so I just buy a new navy blazer every year, but they all kind of look the same and you don't really gravitate to all of them anymore. You only have certain ones that you like. Get rid of the ones that you're no longer wearing. That will really pare down your wardrobe. Number 16 on the list is promotional and freebie t-shirts. I know we all love getting freebies, but then you get them home and it's like, well, what am I going to actually wear that for? Maybe if I'm painting or something. I don't know. I get rid of those. They just kind of sit around in your closet. Keep one for chores or painting or working out in the garden, but then toss the rest. You really don't need all of those promo tees. Number 17 on the list is out of style coats. These can take up a lot of real estate in your closet because coats are big and they do go in and out of style. You only wear them 6 months of the year. So go through, now's a great time because you know what you're wearing and you're starting to get into coat season. So go through your wardrobe and get rid of all of the coats that you're no longer wearing. If you didn't wear them last year, you're probably not going to wear them yet this year. So say goodbye to those and donate them to someone who could really use a new coat. Number 18 on the list, mismatched gloves. Now, just like the socks, there's always a lone glove or mitten that ends up floating around, probably been in your coat closet for a year or two. So get rid of the ones that are not matched up. Number 19 on my list, faded or pilled leggings. Leggings really can age pretty quickly, and they usually get pilled along the inner thighs and they get uncomfortable, or depending on the fabric, the overall leggings might pill. So get rid of those that have started pilling, that are faded, looking worn out and tired, and replace them with a couple of quality pairs of leggings. Number 20 on my list, old wedding attire. If you have a wedding gown in your closet, how many bridesmaids dresses? And when you get a bridesmaid's dress, they always say, oh, you're going to wear this so many times. You never wear it again. Am I right? How many times have you repurposed a bridesmaid's dress? So if you're carrying around any of those, say goodbye to them. Number 21 on my list is items with bad memories. You know, I had a dress years ago. It was very sad. I had a double funeral to go to, and I had this very beautiful black dress with gold buttons and white cuffs and collar. Loved wearing this dress. Then I wore it to this very sad funeral, and I just couldn't wear it again. It just made me so sad. And I'd spent a lot of money on it, but it just gave me sadness every time I wore it. And I think your closet is supposed to be a happy place. So as difficult as it is, say goodbye to those pieces. Number 22 on the list is impulse buys. And we all have these in our closet. Those buys, you might have been out shopping with a friend or a spouse or a relative, and they were like, oh, that looks so cute, or they're getting it and you decide you're going to get it, or you walked into the store when you were tired or hungry and it was right there in the front. It really enticed you. You didn't think about, oh, what's it going to go with in my closet? You might have spent a lot of money on it, or you got it on a deal. All of those things. Those are all impulse buys. If you're not wearing it on a regular basis, get it out of there. Number 23 on my list is clothes that need repair. You know, it's so easy to see, oh, this has a broken zipper or a button fell off. I'm just going to hang it up here in my closet. Well, what happens is every time you go to wear it, it's not prepared. You're trying to get out the door, and it then becomes an eyesore that you have to look at every single day that's not ready to go for you. So take all of those items that need to be repaired, they're torn, maybe they need to be altered or hemmed, get them out of your closet, put them all in one place, make a note that you're going to either get them tailored or repaired as needed, and don't put them back in your closet until they're ready to be worn. And if you've decided you're not going to repair them, then donate them or sell them to somebody who actually can use them. Number 24 on my list is gifts you've never liked. And we have all received these. It might have been a gift from your mother or your aunt or a friend, and it just was never really your style, but you knew they spent a lot of money on it and it was very thoughtful, but it just never suited you. But you're holding on to it because you care about that person and you don't want to hurt their feelings. You can say goodbye to those items guilt-free. You're not going to wear it. It's not serving you. So pass it on to someone who can actually use it. Number 25 on my list is out of season items. Now, I've talked about this quite a bit, but we do have seasons. Even if you live, I was in California for many years, and we do have seasons. You don't usually wear your summer stuff in the winter, even when the temperature's not changing that much. You just there's certain colors you don't wear, and you kind of put away your flip-flops, and you just dress more seasonally, no matter where you are for the most part. So rotate your clothes, make room for the items that are in season, and move those items that are out of season. And I like to do this once every 6 months usually. Like I'll do spring, summer, and then I'll do fall, winter. And I move those items out of my wardrobe and put them in storage. Or if you don't have a lot of space and you have a small closet, if you can't put them in storage under your bed or in your garage or attic or a guest bedroom, put them towards the back of your closet so that when you walk in and you're looking at your closet, everything you're seeing is fresh and clothes that you're currently wearing. Number 26 on my list is too tight jeans. I think especially if you're over 50, you hit an age that you can go for comfort over squeezing into jeans that don't fit you any longer. Not only you're going to feel better, you're going to be comfortable, and you're not going to be wearing jeans that don't look good because they're too tight for your body. Don't worry about the size number. Wear jeans that fit you. Number 27 on my list is overworn pajamas. And most people don't see us in our pajamas, so they kind of are something that is an afterthought. Like, oh, well, nobody's going to see me anyway, so who cares what I'm wearing? I'll just wear this worn out t-shirt, and it's okay. There's a hole in the pants of my PJ bottoms. You'll feel so good if you're putting on a pretty pair of PJs that make you feel comfortable. You can lounge around in them and just feel pulled together. Invest in a few pairs. Number 28 on my list are those holiday specific items. And I know I might get a lot of slack for this because I know a lot of us like to wear Christmas sweaters or heart sweaters for Valentine's Day, but you're only wearing them for like 1 or 2 days once a year. And if you think how many holidays we have and how much real estate they're taking up in your closet, you might want to rethink those pieces. Maybe pare down on them, only keep a few of your favorites, and instead go for pieces that might be inspiring the season or the holiday by color. Like you could wear a red sweater for Christmas or a green sweater for Christmas, but you don't need 5 different holiday sweaters that just have a specific look that could only be worn on maybe the week of Christmas. Number 29 on my list is unused athletic wear. How many pairs of leggings, sports bras, jackets do you need and actually use? I had stacks of them that I recently donated because I found I just wasn't wearing them anymore. I tend to be drawn towards a more streetwear look. I'm not drawn to my leggings so much anymore. Even if I go for a walk, I'm not putting on the leggings the way I used to. So pare down on those and keep what you use, of course, but donate the ones that you're no longer wearing. And number 30 on my list is fashion mistakes. We all have them. You might have thought it looked adorable in the store, then you get it home, doesn't really go with anything that you wear, just never laid right on you or looked right. You never felt comfortable in it. Say goodbye to those fashion mistakes. There is no shame in letting them go. What did you think of this list of 30 items, and which items are you going to get rid of to lighten up your wardrobe? Let me know in the comments. You know I love hearing from you, and I'll see you in the next video.